Welcome, APES students. This is video number 3. This is just going to review how to navigate both the Google Classroom and the Google site, get you to that weekly agenda, and make sure everyone can access the video clips through Edpuzzle. So these are done on WeVideo, but they are also part of the Edpuzzle program. So you can see two of the most important kind of bookmarks for this course going to be your Google Classroom and your Google site or your web page for the classroom. I'm going to go through the classroom part. So if you are in period 1 and we're in the classwork part, you would want to find your weekly or your homework week at a glance. And then this is the document, the weekly agenda, or that will have all of your assignments on it, including your live Zoom links and your agendas. And on the right, your learning targets and your homework. All right. So, and all of this is hyperlinked. So if you want to go to the live Zoom link, well, everybody should be going to the live Zoom link if you're period 1 right here. That'll take you directly into the live lesson. If you need to access these videos that I'm going through right now, so this is going to be right here for video link 3, going over the APES syllabus and Edpuzzle. These are all hyperlinked as well. So you just click on the syllabus here or click on Edpuzzle here. The one part I want to make sure that we have done and accessed is the Edpuzzle video codes so that you're added when I see records of it in the correct class period. These are hyperlinks so that all you have to do is click on them and they will take you to the joining page. So if I click on this, this shows me exactly the code that I need to enroll in the class. Go back to this again. If you're in period 2, you would just click on it and that would take you to the join page. Okay? If you're in period 3, you would click here. So all of those are already hyperlinked and ready for you to use. All right, and then my preference though is to use this Google site. So I go over here to more, go to weekly agendas, and then depending upon the week I want to access, I click. And you can see that it brings up week at a glance, the same document as over here. So depending upon your preference or if your parents would like access, they both have the same information. So really quickly again, we're going to be on Tuesday, we will go through an introduction PowerPoint. We're going to talk about claim evidence and reasoning project, where you're going to give me a slide with a photo of 10 to 15 objects that represent you. And then we're going to practice the navigation of the Google Classroom. Wednesday, it's another synchronous agenda day. So each of these days we only have 35 minutes. So we'll be moving quickly through some truths and lies, some claim evidence reasoning again, start talking about some personalities and learning styles. That's colors and bark. And then we'll talk about an optional classroom jobs and see if any of you have some creative ideas for virtual classroom jobs and applications for that. But those are worth extra credit points. And then we're going to get access to the online textbook. Thursday, we're here. Thursday is all asynchronous on your own. So this is when you are watching these video links, including today's, which will go right here. And making sure you're enrolled in Edpuzzle so that you can see these through that app. So you need to go through that app so that I have a record that I can record in Skyward, and there are 3 to 4 embedded questions in these. All right, and then we have no school on Friday. So if I scroll over here to the right, what I'm trying to do is make sure that you guys have your targets for the week here, your chapter targets, so we'll be starting in chapter 1, State of the Earth. These are more tasks and skills that we're accomplishing this week. And then down here, approximations. A lot of times students are spending way more time than is expected on some of these tasks. So these are approximations of how long it should take you to do these homework assignments, and these are all on Google Classroom. So just a reminder over here, if I click back to the Google Classroom site, by the way, if you're not used to it, but you will get, just these icons will help you know what you're looking for. So what looks like a Google Classroom site, what looks like a Word document, what looks like a puzzle, it looks like a puzzle piece. So these are all just quick ways to find them at the top of your screen. But here are all the things that are one document that you will click on, add to, finish, and submit. But we will go through each one of these. I'm going to try to get through 2 or 3 of these each day. So back over here on the weekly agenda, you'll see them as well. So they're just located in 2 locations, so both parents and students have access to all of these. And again, these are approximations. So if these approximations are way off, let's say that your parent is taking this parent partnership form. So they click on it, or they click on it over here, and they do this Google form. Okay, there's section 1 and section 2. So they do this and it takes way more than 5 minutes. Then just make sure that you're communicating with me and letting me know that, no, that took actually 20 minutes, Mrs. Roberts. Okay, so those are things I do want to hear and do want to know. And so I will keep these up here. That way we know how much time to kind of set aside for your homework. All right. Let's look at this. So I'm going to go back over here to the homework found on your Google Classroom. Let's look at each one of these. So on Google Slides, claims, evidence, and reasoning. This is an activity we'll do during class. And this is a shared document. This is you will be able to add your information to it. So I'm going to go through an example of myself on this. And then you will be going to your class period and adding in your Google Slides. So you will be putting in your picture of 12 to 15 items. So we'll talk more about that assignment live. All right, 2 truths and a lie is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to put 2 truths and a lie. And then all of us will be adding to this document. And then we use this bottom speaker notes section. So if you look all the way down here in the bottom, when someone has some truths and lies, we write down your name, and then you just say, you think this one's a lie. And then we'll be sharing those. Okay, and talking about them. The other thing is I want to get to know your faces and your names. It's going to be really difficult compared to all the nonverbals, right? All the getting to know you in terms of tone, getting to know you and your actions in a classroom. It takes a while to learn 150 names and faces, but it's going to be very challenging in this digital world. So please, please, please do all of these little activities. They are just going to help me get to know you in the remote learning world. All right, so that's why I have my face here and then my truths and lies. All right, and this one has the right organization. The other one will as well. But what I'm trying to do is make sure that you have period 1, find your section. Okay, if you're in period 3, then you're just gonna you're gonna click on it, right, and make a new slide, or you can make a duplicate slide, either one. And this is just a reminder that I want 3 statements. Don't tell us which one's the lie, and an image. All right. Back up to the homework again. So that's claim, evidence, and reasoning. That's your 2 truths and lies. This is a get to know you, get to know Google. So this one, there is going to be probably a wide range of how long this takes you. I have actually clicked on all of these and watched them, and they were really well done. But if you are already very familiar with Google Classroom, you are welcome just to come over here and put the answers. So this is going to have you go to a variety of different spots on Google Classroom. And if you're not familiar, Then you watch this, and it goes through actually the answers to all of these. So it walks you through each one of these. So that is the Get to Know Google Classroom document. Again, if you are very familiar with it, then you should be able to just answer the questions already on the worksheet. But if you're not, then go ahead and click on those. But they're just short little clips that walk you through different parts of Google Classroom. All right. Then this link is your personality quiz. So again, we're going to talk about this live as well, but then on your own, you'll go ahead and do this sheet and figure out your ranking. Kind of, I want to know, does it put you as orange, blue, gold, or green? We'll talk more about what does that mean. And then you can just copy and paste some of this information about yourself into our digital notebooks and into our Word documents in the future. Okay, so this is just kind of a personality reminder for me. One of the things I have you do in the classroom is pick a notebook that's that color. And so that should be fairly easy since we'll be doing these all digitally. But if you need to be writing, and most of us do to learn, make sure that you pick out something that matches your personality once we discover those. All right, so that is for the colors activity. And then this is for your learning styles. So we'll talk about BARC. This is something you'll also do on your own. So it just has, it's going to give you a printout at the end of kind of what type of learning style appeals to you. So that again is going to get copied and pasted into your Word document and then later into our digital notebook. A lot of these things are going to be right in the front of your digital notebooks in the first couple pages, so I can kind of check through those and see something about you again. And then I already mentioned this weekly agenda. So these are all under homework, and this gives you everything for the week. My assignments will all be due on Sunday, unless I'm giving you actual virtual class time. So if I'm giving you time during class, then it's going to go under daily work and be due by the end of that session. So if you have any confusion about that, let me know. I know there's a lot of questions about synchronous versus asynchronous. Synchronous means you're live. You are with the teacher at those time periods, and we are doing a lesson. And those lessons are going to be right here on that weekly agenda. So it'll say synchronous agenda, and these are the things we're going to go through. So if we go through those and we're finishing those would be due at that moment. If it's an asynchronous day or anything that's assigned as a homework, so asynchronous is still during a certain time frame expectation, but it's pre-recorded. All of those things where you're kind of on your own are going to be due on Sundays. All right, so again, please let me know if you have any questions about that. I'm trying to put all homework on one entry per week. As we get into this, once we get through some of our introductions and our policies and our routines, we will get into a set amount of videos to watch per week and a set expectation of your homework. That's all I have. Hope to see you all soon. I just got our class list, so I'll be taking a look at making groups out of all of you and all of you getting to know each other.